that's all the storms finished, thank God, so far. And that's work finished. So, Thursday, what was it, 25th? Payday! Woo! So yeah, I'm out around my local area looking for park-ups. Just got parked up in this little lay-by in the middle of nowhere. I've been there once before. But yeah, it's a nice little spot. So I've been laughing. Somebody's put a post up, because obviously this is pre-Ben Fogles film coming out. Someone put one up in, what was it, one of the van life groups. And it's funny seeing some of the comments. Oh, I bet he's got loads of money. I bet he's got... It's weird how people don't understand, you know, they just believe stuff. Got to say though, I mean, I was a bit sceptical, you know, with a lot of these TV programmes, how fake they were. And it opened my eyes up with Ben Fogles' programme, because he lives with you. And I thought from day one, yeah, they just say that, but when it comes to filming, they just go, look, you know, just keep it quiet, we're going back. And it's like, it was quite a bit of a shock actually when he got his bag out and he's like, right, where am I sleeping? It was like, well, there. So yeah, I mean, he stayed 5 nights with me, and yeah, it was really good. It was just weird. It was like, you know, there's someone famous in down there, and all I could think of was like, God, I offered him, do you want some earplugs, because apparently I snore loud, and he was like, no, I'm fine. He says he's had cracking night sleeps. It's only the film crew who have to go back. So the film crew, bless them, they were amazing. It was only a little team of 5. You know, you got your sound, and they're all like, everyone's like, what do they call it, self-employed. They're all like their own people that get put on these jobs. And yeah, brilliant crew, absolutely brilliant crew. Made me feel welcome all the time, everything, you know, with all the filming and miking up, and we had a really good laugh. You know, we all stopped for dinner. They always paid, you know, they always took me in, you know, with them all, the whole group, for dinner. We stopped at like a little, it was handy for us because we was travelling. Some of these locations, when they are in the middle of nowhere, they can't do that, but yeah, they was working long hours, bless them, from dark, you know, at first light till pitch black, even in the dark at night. And then they had to go back to a hotel, and the reason for the hotels is so they can charge everything back up, all their camera equipment ready for the next morning. And then they had to edit all, they had to do loads of editing and sort out and download, and then download it and ship it, all that info to head office or wherever it is, ready to start, you know, the editing process. And they was like working till early hours in the morning, only getting a few hours sleep, bless them. So yeah, it's funny looking at someone, but you had loads of money to start with. I said, no. I mean, if the OGs of this group, you know, and people who know me, I mean, basically all I had was a factory job when, you know, I had my own house. I was lucky in the sense we bought the right houses at the right time, so I earned a bit of money on the sale of my house when I got divorced, but I had to wait a year. So yeah, originally when I got, you know, the wife just went, I don't love you no more, and you know, I went and lived into my camper van, which I already had because I was running my own homeless project for 10 years, and that was what we used, my camper. It was like a day camper to feed the homeless from. We had it at the back, you open the back doors and it was like a kitchen, so I had to quickly renovate that over a weekend so I could live in it, and that's basically what I did for the next sort of year until finances and stuff were sorted. But yeah, I was just living month to month, still paying for a house, you know, couldn't see my kids only at weekends and all that sort of crap. And, you know, as every father knows who's been going through this, I mean, I was lucky my split was nice, you know, we're still friends, got nothing bad to say, we just fell out of love. It's just one of them things, you know. I didn't want to split, but, you know, it was just one of them choices. So lucky enough, you know, that's why I've stayed in the area. I didn't go travelling. You know, like the backstory is, I had my camper and I sold the camper. No, I had the camper and I also bought with my house money a year later, because I was just living in the camper then, just travelling around, just parking up and parking at work. which is Dad's factory. So bless them, they've been really good, and I'm still living in the factory car park. Hopefully this is the last year, and then I want to be gone. I'm quitting work. But yeah, I was lucky enough to buy a narrowboat cheap. I just found it on Facebook, and it was at Lincoln. It had a mooring, and my house money just went, the whole lot, everything just went into that. And I was just lucky in the year of just renovating that boat and tidying it, prices just shot up, and I doubled my money, and that's what, you know, I got 50 grand for it, and that's what paid for this. So yeah, I've had nothing really handed down to me, except for I was just very lucky in the early days of, you know, marriage, of just buying, we bought like a new little brand new house build in a rough area, but then we got hit with one of them the house markets just went through the roof, and we sold literally within minutes at the full asking price, and we moved back to our town. And lucky enough, house prices again, when we went through divorce, went through the roof again. So, or else I'd have come out with absolutely zero. But yeah, it's some of the comments, it makes me chuckle. It doesn't bother me. It don't bother me. You can say what you want about me. I was just totally out of the blue when I got asked to be on the show. It was just an email come, they've seen my YouTube, would you be interested? And it was like, wow, of all these big YouTubers out there, you weren't boring me. So yeah, because I hate my voice on YouTube. Like I say, the YouTube bit, because you're a digital nomad, you're this, you're that. No, that again, the YouTube only came about because of my kids. So my kids, because obviously divorced, I thought I need to do something. I didn't have a YouTube before that. We didn't even YouTube any of the homeless projects for 10 years, you know, which all the soup kitchens we set up and everything. And that was all just totally free, off our back. I paid for everything, and we just got locals involved to help us. But yeah, it was just, it just come to my mind. I thought, someone said, do one, it'll be fun. And I just set it up just for the kids. So if I kick the bucket tomorrow, they've got all them memories of me. And I tell everyone, if you've got kids and stuff, brilliant, get one done. No matter what it's like, it don't have to be fancy. I've never done anything. I don't edit mine at all. Everyone knows that. That's why they're so crap. But people watch them. They just like raw life sort of stuff. That's why I like Bertie Buss and people like them, you know, because they just say it as it is. So yeah, I just do it as a memory for my kids. It's just a day in the life vlog. Hopefully next year, like you're saying, we're maybe moving, so we will find out. Don't know what the plans are, but as you've seen from the other video, my head's all over the place. I still love the idea of Bulgaria. It's just got to find somewhere with the cost of living, so it's cheap to live. That's the thing. We can't afford to stay in England now. You've got to be bloody wealthy now. It's ridiculous. So it's just a plot. And I mean, they're asking like 50 grand for a bloody acre of these people, and it's like, but idiots are paying it. That's the problem. It's crazy. So right, gonna get set up and get this. Get the ladders out and get some dinner on. Here we go. There's my little park up. Lovely open fields. All my other park ups were all bloody got lorries or cars in them. So I thought, let's go down here. So I'm only about 3 or 4 miles from Louth. Sort of Louth over near direction. So yeah, should be a nice night. Get a book into the air we've got in our town, up at the cattle market. If you're in Louth, dog's whimpering, she knows I'm coming in. So yeah, Louth market. It's on one of my other videos a few weeks ago. Well, not a few weeks, maybe a month or so ago. But yeah, it's a good little spot. They've got a bit pricey. It's now 15 quid if you want a toilet drop. So you get everything except for hookup. Used to be a lot cheaper. It used to be tenner, but you know. So yeah, I need to fill up with water, do my toilet and stuff like that, and yeah, I'll go there because I've got loads of washing to do. So I'm going to get through sort of 40 odd litres of water. So yeah, we'll go there. I'm going to get the washing on today, use the water up, and then book in for a night on Saturday. Because the beauty is, the thing is, I don't mind about the air, is there's no time limits. So that's what I like about it. So I can go there first thing Saturday morning and then leave Sunday night. So it's a lot easier. Right, let's get this dog. What's up with you? Oh. Yeah, problem is going to like campsites and having hookup. Wait, can you see me? It's the one you off by like 12 the next day. So yeah, so I don't mind. You know, it was a bit of a shock at paying at 15 quid. It used, you know, like I say, it was a tenner before, and then it used to charge you 7 quid if you just want to use the services and park for the day, which is not bad. But they don't seem to have that online booking no more. So I think it's just the camp out starts from 12 quid if you don't want toilet dump. But obviously we all do, don't we? You want empty toilets. So yeah, but right in the town centre anyway, so you can walk into town. So I'll just do that Saturday night, aren't we, Rox? So we've got a couple of nights. We'll stay here and then go down to find another one tomorrow. Right, parked up at work at the moment. I'm not doing much travelling at the minute, saving some pennies, putting it all into crypto. So getting some upgrades done. So got another ring camera. So fit another ring camera to the back. That covers all my back end now, and I've just bolted that screw, bolted all on secure so you can't nick it. But hopefully it'll all be caught. New cover for the back. That's all done. I've fixed the air leaks in the truck. They're all done. I need to upgrade all this. So all this back end's got to be stripped at some point. All these backlights, all the metal work, that's coming off. I want a winch in there, just a small winch in the back. But with all this weight comes off, and there's all these plates, these bits, there's loads of bits come off. There's nearly 100 kilos in steel. It's so heavy stuff. With all that, I mean, that's about 30-40 kilos. And there's a one on the front to try and lighten it. And then I'm having some brand new plates put just underneath here, so these lights will be a bit higher. And have some nice new flashy LED type ones. So we're a bit more better, not the old fancy bolt, the old bolt. And then I want these changing to like you can get them so they flash. So we want like flashing ones, so when I'm on emergency I can flick the hazards and they flash with the hazards. So I need to find out where to get them. Yeah, still got, yeah, that's got to come off at the front, that big beast. We've got a plate made up here with a big winch put in it, but as you all know, I've got to keep the weight down, so I've got to remove weight before putting on weight. So I've already worked it out. I've already got 400 kilos spare anyway. But, well, about 380 I think it was. But then with all the weight off here, should be enough play. So, yeah. That's about it for now. At least the sun's out, we're getting some solar. The other upgrade I did was I've fitted the other ring camera into the cab. So that's permanently in there now because it kept falling over. I kept putting it on the back of my seats. So it's permanently up there. And that's a double one. When I say double, it works for two reasons. So it doesn't really pick up people on the outside. So because it's inside the cab, if people walk past my cab, it won't set it off. But it's ringed to a loop system, so I can loop them all. So if one goes off, they all do. So they all continuously record. So it will catch up people. If they do walk past one camera and then in front of the truck, it'll capture them then. But the other main reason it's for is if someone breaks into my truck, then it will activate. So it's more of a security feature for that. That's the beauty. So it's put in the corner and it's facing the driver's seat. So whoever comes in that window, it's clear view and it's full HD. Should get a decent image of who's nicked my truck. Hopefully it'll never happen. So what else have I done? Repaired that because I broke off a few bits of the wood. And then I want one more ring camera to replace this crappy thing, these 25 quid things. The internet on them is useless. It keeps packing up and software updates and stuff. I know John and Mandy and all them, they've got a lot of these, but I'm just going to put a Ring camera up there. No wiring, just battery. Brilliant. It saves a lot of hassle. And then it'll fill the whole truck, and then that'll do. It goes down there and it covers everything coming into it. So yeah, it's one of them days today. In the mood to get things done. It's like, shit, I need to get that done, yeah, so I fixed all sorts of cupboard issues with drawers and handles, and trying to think what's left now. Might go and get me tea on. That's about it. So yeah, not really much happening. Like I say, I'm not really travelling this month. Girlfriend's away. She's back in 13 days, I think it is. And bless her, she's poorly at the moment. So yeah, I think this month's just a quiet one. Just getting money saved up, working out where to go. I've had one of them bloody days and nights. I've just been watching narrowboats again. It's like, no. I still fancy a narrowboat again, but like I said, they've gone so expensive. But yeah, 50, sort of 30 to 50 gets you a good one. But it's just a running cost. Then what do I do with this truck? You've got to park it up, and I think if you're going to go on a narrowboat, you've got to get rid of everything. You can maybe keep this in storage and just go and then do half and half. So when the winter comes, put the boat in storage, sort of in a marina or something, and I know it costs, and then just get on the truck and travel to the sun. That's an option, but I still want to go to Bulgaria. It's just, I don't really want all the politics and the visas and I think it's just best to forget that. Just buy an house. Because at the end of the day, you can, if worst case scenario, I can't get a visa for some reason or whatever, I can still have a holiday home there, and I can still fly backwards and forwards to it. So, you've always got that option. So there's a lot of people do that. I found another channel last night, and that's what he does. So he goes over there for up to sort of 6 months, but he's got a travel visa, so you can stay there. If you own a house, you can get a longer visa. But he hasn't got residency yet, and he travels backwards and forwards to the UK. But it was interesting actually, because he was saying about the building materials are very expensive. He says like things like ply sheets are like double to what it is in the UK. So this is why I'm going to go. If I do buy a house over there, it's going to be one that's already done. Just something where the barns can maybe need work on or something, but I can't be doing that. I just want to move in. Start planting food and stuff like that, get a little homestead growing. So right, coffee time. Here we go at the latest park up at the Cattle Market. There's a couple of campers here. It's 3 or 4. So just filling up with water, aren't we, Rox? So just had my first encounter of, you're on your telly next week, aren't you? So that's going to have to get used to that. So yeah, let's fill up with water and we're going to get parked up and get the washing machine on. Good morning. Right. Back on the road after Ben Fogles. God, that's gone down really well. I can't believe, Jesus. The response I've got from that is my phone is melted. Jeez, thank you all. There was just a few people. Well, the New Age travellers weren't happy, but unfortunately, I did actually talk into that. I did go back to the roots of van life, and they was going to get clips of the peace convoys and everything, and I explained how, like, the New Age travellers was the originals of this and how they're forced into van life themselves back in them days. And how, the freedom and everything else, and that would have been a really good part of the story because people have understood how far it come. But TV, You know, I have no control of what gets played. Even my own charity never made it. So I do emergency rescue work. You'd have thought they'd have maybe added that in, you know, but even that never got added. So, you know, but in all, it generally come across as a nice programme. There was no negatives as such, you know, where it was sort of, it was never designed to be, it was designed to be a programme about me. That was basically all it was. It wasn't a programme about van life, if you know what I mean, but in general it came across alright, I reckon. From everyone that said me off, everyone was, it was brilliant. So, yeah, so at the moment, I'm back at some of the camp spots where I was at. Well, I'm going back there tonight to the main one where we stayed at. I'm at my other one just down the road. So, somebody reached out to me from watching the show. It was my old mechanic who lives just down the road here from 30 odd years ago. He used to be big into his hot rods and stuff like that, and he used to sort of tune my cars up and Sean, so I don't know if he's watching this because there's going to be loads of new subscribers. Hello to everyone, all the new people. And yeah, so there's loads of people out of work. I went to, because obviously I've been in work for 3 days, so I haven't been out. All my workmates have watched it and enjoyed it. And yeah, I went to Aldi's and there was a lovely lady coming, goes, oh, I love Josh. So I'm going to have to get used to that. I'm used to it with doing YouTube anyway. I've had it parked up in, you know, in my town and stuff, and a lot of people have recognised me anyway and shouted, hey, up upgrade. So, but no, it's lovely. If you do see me on the road, just say hello, come over. I'm not one of these stuck-up snobs. That's what I'm saying. My mate, he's coming down this morning. He's coming down for a coffee, walking his dog. He says, oh, I'll come down there. So, yeah, it's lovely. We can old memories with people. So, yeah, we'll go and see if anyone else in the village knows. We get the petrol station was messaging, putting it all on their Facebook groups, because we did actually call into their petrol station for a little top-up before we went over to see the Overlanders at Hull. So, and my mate Jeff. And all the team was in the shop, and I know they were signing autographs for her in the shop, so she was like, oh yeah, they came into my shop. So yeah, I'm at my little, I don't know if I'm at this one where it's bird life one here. So they put sticks, a lot of the, even my manager comes down here, sits here for hours filming kingfishers and stuff. They put little sticks and stuff in these little riverways. But it's just a little dog walking park. So we couldn't film here. There's no one here yet. It's only 8 o'clock. But yeah, the tide does flood in here. This is one, if you're an OG to the show, there was in this corner here, is where a guy committed suicide, bless him. Gassed himself in his car. But yeah, we're not far from the bombing range. We did have, that was one of the things the film crew had to do, so they did get permission for filming when we was there, because it was a weekend. Was it a weekend? I'm sure it was. We started. So yeah, because this whole coastline's Donanoke bombing range, they had to get permission when we was up at Salfleet, because it's just on the edge of the restriction. So, but cracking shots, you know, from up there. Made me want to get another drone again, but then you can't film down there. So, right, going to walk this mutt now, and we'll have a wait for a mate to turn up. So there's a few upgrades since that last video. So, like the seats, I had yellow covers on them because they were like a suede, and they was just getting mucky, and that little thing with the hairs. So I had all these re-leathered. These are all now being done. They've been done sort of about 6 months now. Got no more flowers on there because they was doing me head in. We have got little flowers under there, and just they stay there permanently. They're just the only ones that move. So there's only them 3 things what I have to move: that and that, the candle. So yeah, we're doing less, but yeah, I don't think there's any more sort of upgradey bits. That's about it. Because it was March last year we did the filming, so when what's it, 9 months away, sort of like 9-10 months, yeah. So lots of upgrades to the truck. I didn't have all the new lights on it, it had the old light bar on it. So hopefully we get some companies come along to offer me some upgradey bits. I am getting, I've had 2 messages now. Warners have approached me wanting to go do a show for them, but unfortunately it's just too far. It's Ardnley, right down south. It's about a 6-hour drive for me, but it's going to cost me about 500 quid in fuel. The other big one, obviously some of you already know, I'm now not single. Bless her. So yeah, I have had quite a lot of ladies post messages as well, which has been absolutely lovely. That's the sort of a weird one. I'm not used to that. We've been single for so long. They all seem to like the Viking bit. So I've had no end of invites. You know, if you're ever in this area, you can always pop in. And so yeah, so that's what you got to do if you're single. Just get on. But now I'm happily, now I think I've found my little soulmate, so we're planning the future now. Hopefully in a year's time, you'll probably see from the other video I put up that I've got plans, just got to make up which one we're going to do yet. But like I say, Bulgaria's top of the list, so that'll be a bonus or something. But yeah, right, I'm going to get some coffee on and get this dog walk. Also, I had a lot of messages about this hat. I don't know if you see it, me bobble hat. Oh, where did you get your hat from? Clee Campers. It'll probably be backwards. It's a local site, sort of based Grimsby. Actually, the guy who runs it used to work for me years ago, leader. It was a small world when I met up with him a few years back. But yeah, you can buy these online. They do a lot of other merch as well. A lot of people have asked for merch from me. I don't actually officially sort of do a lot of merch. Obviously, you know, I do stickers and stuff, but I just give them away for free at any event. So if you need one, just give me a shout. I'm going to order a load more. But yeah, there is in the link to the to the inscription, there is a link to the 59 Degrees site where you can order and stuff. He's based up in is it the Orkneys? I think he is, because I need to do a trip up there. I've got plans for that this year, hopefully trying to go up Scotland. But yeah, so he does a lot of my online merch. He's a sort of van lifer as well. He does for a few other people. He does it for Campra. Is it Campra? The sort of the new group who's doing the airs. So you can order clothing and all sorts of that, but I'm not, you know, I only get a little cut out of each item, and it just goes towards buying equipment and bits what I need for the charity, really. So the biggest thing I need to sort of try and raise money for this year is to get a winch, because wherever I go, even in the country, you know, I'll still be using the truck to help people, you know. So yeah, winch would be handy with pulling trees and stuff off the road, like the vlog I've put up, show you what a bit, because I don't really film much when we do emergency calls. So I thought, well, I'll put a little one up. So, right. Still need to go and walk the dog. Wow, what a morning. So I'm meeting all the locals. They've all watched me. So I've got an old friend, Maria, Best Gazy. She's just turned up. She went, oh, God. She's come to walk her dog, so he's watching you. And all her family. She actually used to work with us when we had horses. She's just walking the dogs at the moment, and the dogs are running around. Bold. But yeah, we've just been catching up outside, just talking about all the old days here. And she's, like, you know, her family's, her father was Hungarian, who used to live in you know, my village. I grew up with him. So I don't know if she'll be watching. She doesn't do social media much, but she's just moved back. Divorced after 30 years and just moved back to the village. And like Sean, a mechanic guy, I've just met up with him, had a big long hour chat with him. He's like, come down, meet up. He's been living in Spain for 20 odd years. But he said Brexit killed it. He had a big business over there. He had 21 people working for him. He says because of Brexit, the Spanish hated him, and especially because he was running a business there. He'd have his tyres slashed, he'd have his windows put through sometimes. They hated him, hated the English, the area where he was at. And he said basically £500,000 place he got, he just took a quick offer, 200 grand, and just left. And he's bought a place just literally down the bottom of the road here. An old place what burnt down. But he's big into hot rods and stuff like that, and he's got the Cumming engine out of my truck, and he knows how to tune them all. He says they're good for 1,000 brake, he can get them tuned. He's got one in a hot rod he's got now, so he says come down and have a look at it. So we're gonna pop in and get him one day. He says come down, we'll cook a meal and catch up. But yeah, it's interesting. So we'll see who else we meet. We're going to go down to where we filmed and go in later on and go and chat. In the meantime, I am frozen. Whoa. It must be 2 hours of being out there. My feet are numb, so I'm getting them near the heater. Here we go. Going back to where it all started, filming. Let's see what response we get. So, a little bingo camper or something there. They look like they're blocking the road off. But yeah, I put a post up on the local group. If you want to come down and speak to me, you can do. We'll see if anyone does. Because there's a few people with the old signs up here with the no camping, which I've already proven with the council. They was only put up to scare people. But obviously the public don't know that. See, it's a load of mess around here still. So yeah, we'll see. It's like there's a 4x4 up there, which is not supposed to be there. It'll probably be a local. Go back to where it all started. We've got a few van lifers in and a car camper. Just been chatting to him. So while I'll dig out his info, but he builds campers as well in Pontefract way. Oh, it's a bit fresh. Right, here we go, on the move again. Off to pick mini me up. So only a few miles from my own town. Like we said, see me, I've just been down at Salford again. Bit of a mixed review. So I met a couple of campers were down there, and I was like, I had a right old chat. I'd seen the show and stuff and been amazed by it. So yeah, like I only went down there just to get a bit of film footage, just to show people, on here, because obviously people are going to be following me for now, just sort of the area and stuff. But yeah, I noticed online, I got a few little tip-offs. Go and check out the local Facebook group. They're all the key. Well, I say all the keyboard warriors. There's like a couple, and one of them was the admin who obviously doesn't like add a thing about it, because they even muted me, so I couldn't post. Only me. They did a 12-hour ban for me from posting on their site, and all I did, there was loads of people kicking off, as in, somebody put a post up, one of the members, saying, that truck's back down at Salford, go and get your photograph taken next to the no overnight sign, sort of like that kicking off. So I just friendly went on, I go, hi everyone, it's me, yes, come down, come and speak to me, come and have a talk, if you've got anything you want to ask, brilliant, come and ask me, I don't mind. Just an update, the signs are not legal. I have got emails, I've got proof, and I posted the picture of the email from the council, head of council, to basically say the signs are just put up as a scare tactic. They do not have any rights, they have not power over that land. It's just a scare tactics because they had a few complaints from the locals. I mean, this spot is miles away from anyone. You're a good mile away from any house. You're right near the sea. There's nothing there, so It's not like it's right next to everything. And the locals are the one who goes down there and trash it, and even they know the locals do it. I mean, I've caught no end. It's, you know, like I've mentioned in other videos. You know, so the guy who, one of the campers have been down there, he's been round and cleaned up already as well. So this is our ethos, you know, we tidy up. You know, if we see it as a tip, we clear it only because we know we'll get the backlash. If somebody walks down and sees it and it's near our truck, they'll go, we chucked it out there. So the sad world we live in, unfortunately, and this is what's pushing me out of this country. Can't wait, really cannot wait to leave this country now. It's sad. I know it's really sad. It's a beautiful country, but you know, with the cost of living now and so nasty people, anyone who knows from the COVID days how the world changed to being so nasty, it's like I just want my own little cave behind. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a brilliant post, what got put up. I mean, 99% supportive, and there was just like, I think 2, maybe 3 nasty comments from, you know, these. One was the admin, who I found out. So yeah, it is what it is. We're used to it. We're thick-skinned. Like I've always told everyone, just come down, talk to us. Because the biggest thing they always say is, and I've been asked this question as well, so I'll link this to the show. So a lot of people were asking why didn't you mention this and why didn't you mention that? I spoke about everything, from even my own charity never got a mention. Battle of the Bean Fields, we went into detail about that and how they was the originals, how I empty my toilets, how I fill up. All this was mentioned, but obviously we couldn't film everything, you know. But we can't fit 7 days of filming into 45 minutes, unfortunately. And the show's not a political show at all, so it's maybe cut out to make it more of a family friendly type thing, because that's how it's been going for 18 years. So, you know, I do apologise. I know there's a lot of people asking that question, but you know, I'm going to do a Q&A. I might even do a live one, and then people can just message me and I can answer any questions. So, you know, because it's simple little things, but people in houses don't know. Probably we need to educate more, and then people will be less worried, because they all think we don't have toilets or anything. You know, it's crazy. Right, this road's getting bad now, so I need to concentrate. I'll catch you guys later. We got the mini-me. We're getting a bit of celebrity swardom today, aren't we, mate? So we're just at Coupland's Caravans, and that was it. The old staff are out. Just been having a good old chat with her. Actually, it's the lass who works there. When it was like, oh, we've all been watching you. So yeah, Alfords, we've got people pulling up. We're putting some oil in. It's going crazy, isn't it? Celebrities now. I don't know. Yeah, alright, it'll only be for 15 minutes.